Today, we're going to be talking about audience confidence. This is one of the things that is not talked about online. Everything is really geared towards how to get more clicks, more shares, how to get people to watch your videos. One of the things that you can do right now to increase the ability for you to have better relationships and grow your business is boosting your audience confidence online. Because if somebody hears something that's completely foreign to them, they are going to click out of your videos. You want your audience member to feel like right off the bat that they can learn the material that you're teaching. All right, guys, welcome back to Built to Tell. I am Mike Liguori. Thank you so much for stopping by and tuning into this week's episode. And if you're new to the podcast, Built to Tell is all about decoding the psychology behind unforgettable content. And before I get into today's content, go ahead and do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you are listening to this on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast, go ahead and do me a favor and hit that follow button. I greatly appreciate it. So let's get into today's episode. Today, we're going to be talking about audience confidence. This is one of the things that is not talked about online. In fact, everything is really geared towards in terms of growing content, making better content, all around how to get more clicks, more shares, how to get people to watch your videos online. And while some of those tactics do work, one of the things that I feel like that needs to be talked about more is boosting audience confidence, especially if you're a coach, a consultant, an entrepreneur, or in the knowledge industry that's trying to monetize your knowledge and your experience. One of the things that you can do right now to increase the ability for you to have better relationships and grow your business is boosting your audience confidence online. And not enough people are doing this. And again, I think more people are focused on the tactics and the strategies. And so today we're going to go through the 4 techniques to boost your audience confidence. Now, before I do that, I really want to just kind of take a step back a little bit and really talk about big picture wise, what I think is really happening and what more than likely is causing people to not watch your content. And I think it really comes down to the complexity factor. So the complex factor really is an idea that we as coaches, consultants, content creators, entrepreneurs who have some sort of knowledge that we want to monetize, we tend to want to be validated by people online as an expert in our field. You know, we want the comment section to be like, oh my God, this is so good. You're absolutely amazing. Obviously, it feels good when we see those comments online, but the caveat to that is that we feel as though that we need people to see us as an expert immediately. And so we come out of the gate making our content incredibly complex. We show people all of the advanced concepts, all of like the master level concepts right off the bat to have people go, wow, this is really fascinating, but this seems like a lot of work. I'm definitely going to want to work with you so you can get me to that level. And logically, that makes sense, right? Like people don't know what they don't know. And so then they hire coaches or consultants to get them to that next level. But for most people online, when we don't feel confident in our ability to learn a subject matter, we tend to just click out of the video. We stop listening to the content. We don't finish the book. And that actually does more harm than good because then we never create really trusting, well worthwhile customer relationships because of that. It's the complexity in the messaging and the teaching that is absolutely destroying the type of relationships that you want to have online. And so that they do want to be able to learn with you in any sort of capacity, whether it's a free piece of content, a mastermind group, whatever the case may be. I'm going to break down the 4 techniques that's actually going to help you boost your audience confidence. Technique number 1. Start simple to create a confidence hook. When you make any sort of piece of content, you want your audience member to feel like right off the bat that they can learn the material that you're teaching. This could be in the form of offering a quick win or just in something that's super simple, like a quote that relates back to your content that they understand. And so what this does is this really taps into the beginner's level of confidence right off the bat. They're going to start saying to themselves, all right, I get this. I can learn this because it seems simple for me to digest. So if you are teaching something that is quite complex and you haven't had any sort of idea on how to simplify it, the best thing you can do is offer a fundamental tip that your audience members can digest and have them go, I get this now. This totally makes sense. Technique number 2, use stories to simplify the complexity in your subject matter. It's really important that all of your complex concepts have to have some sort of story that relates back to the person online. Because if somebody hears something that's not in their vocabulary or it's something completely foreign to them, again, they are going to click out of your videos. They're not going to listen to your podcast episodes. And even though you are so good at what you do, it's all about meeting people where they are. And the best way to do that is finding some sort of story or personal anecdote that you can relate to them in their own experience that will allow for them to consume your content. So when people can connect the new information you're teaching them to something that they're already familiar with, you'll be able to boost their confidence. Or should I say, they will feel more confident in being able to learn more from you because the thing that you're teaching them is something that they interact with on a day-to-day basis. Technique number 3, take them on a journey. You want your audience to always feel confident when they interact with your content. And one of the best ways you can do that is to delay the layers of complexity that you so badly want to teach. You really want to make sure that every single one of your audience members feels like they're accomplishing that quick win and they're learning the basic fundamentals and concepts that you're teaching them. If you come out of the gate with too much complexity, what will happen is that you will deter them from feeling like they're making progress, and then they will click out of your videos, and then they're going to go to your competitors and learn from them. What you need to do is make sure that you gradually build it in as you create more content, because the goal here is not about what you want to teach them. It's about them feeling confident to want to learn from you. And the last technique is about reinforcing their progress. Listen, people want to feel like they're always learning something and they're always making progress. Whether it's from you or from somebody else, we always want to feel like we're learning and growing. And if you're not reinforcing that with your audience, it's going to really detract them from feeling confident and wanting to learn from you and wanting to build that relationship with you. So one of the things that you can do is when somebody is learning content from you, whether it's a podcast or a video, always encourage discussion and having them ask you questions in the comment sections, because you really want to create an open forum for discussion. And if people feel like they can ask you questions and you can answer them with confidence, and then they will get confident in wanting to learn the material from you. And this is where relationships truly get built, is that when people don't understand something, they feel like they have an open channel to engage in some sort of discussion with them about the content. Then what you're actually getting is a really great opportunity to boost their confidence level and build a relationship with you online. So confidence is incredibly vital to your audience. The more confident that they feel, the more they feel like they can learn from you, the more they'll interact with your content, and the more likely you'll be able to grow and scale your business. So thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Built to Tell. I am Mike Liguori. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Go ahead and make sure that you give me a follow on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next week.